You're not lazy. You're tired of pretending that small progress feels like real growth. You wake up with ideas burning in your mind, but the world around you keeps pressing snooze. And deep down, you know that if something doesn't change soon, your potential will quietly turn into regret. You didn't become lazy. You became stuck in a system that rewards staying in place. Think about this. More than 53% of Americans say they're living paycheck to paycheck in 2025. That means over half of people feel like one unexpected expense away from falling behind. You finish school, you start a job, you play it safe. The world tells you stability is achieved when you just keep showing up month after month. But keeping up becomes the safe zone, not the launch pad. You wake up with ideas. You've felt the pull of something bigger. But as you repeat the same routine, the spark dulls. You check your salary, see a slight bump, feel relieved for a moment, then realize it barely changed your reality. Because when the system is built to maintain you, not move you forward, small raises feel like glimmers, not breakthroughs. The debt catches up. The bills mount. Your income might rise slowly, but so do your monthly commitments. Rentals, car payments, subscriptions, interest. By the time you glance up, you're not ahead. You're just slightly less behind. And many don't even see that shift because it's so gradual. It's not a lack of ambition that holds you back. It's a system quietly designed to keep you busy surviving instead of building. Once you realize that, something inside you shifts. You stop blaming yourself for not running faster on a treadmill that was never meant to move. That moment of awareness becomes your turning point. The first small crack in the illusion that this is the only way to live. Begin by mapping every dollar you spend. Many people skip this. They think tracking is too small. But the truth is, every dollar is a vote for the life you'll live. And while you might not be earning millions yet, you can control what you do with what you already earn. Save a bit. Automate it. Even if it's small, it changes the story. The goal here isn't to be rich tomorrow. It's to stop being blind today and getting ready to move when the doors open. Every transformation starts quietly, not with fireworks, but with friction. You start to feel it the moment you realize that your old rhythm doesn't fit anymore. The routine that once gave you stability now feels like a cage. You want more, not out of greed, but out of a deep instinct that says you were built for more than this. This is the ignition stage, the moment ambition meets resistance. And make no mistake, resistance is part of the process. When you start to rise, two forces will try to pull you back: the people around you and the comfort of staying the same. Your friends may not mean harm, but comfort doesn't like company. When you start changing, waking up earlier, saving money, studying after work, your progress exposes their inertia. Instead of support, you might feel distance. That's because growth is contagious, but not everyone wants to catch it. And while that social pressure slows many people down, there's another invisible force working against you: inflation. The kind that quietly erodes your progress while you're trying to build. Over the last decade, the average cost of living has risen faster than most salaries, meaning that saving money in a basic bank account is often the same as watching it melt in slow motion. For example, $1,000 saved 5 years ago now buys less than $850 worth of goods. That's the silent tax of doing nothing. So while the world tells you to save for the future, the truth is that saving without strategy is just standing still. Real growth starts when you make your money move, even a little. Investing, learning a skill, or starting a side hustle aren't just financial moves. They're statements of intent. They tell the world, and yourself, that you refuse to be a spectator in your own story. This is the spark. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to start. Because once momentum begins, it's very hard to stop. Momentum doesn't happen by luck. It's built, earned, and protected. When you reach this stage, something inside you clicks. You've started making moves, learning, saving, investing, and for the first time, it feels like you're finally escaping gravity. But acceleration demands more than effort. It requires intention. This is the phase where many people stall. They do a bit of everything, a side hustle here, a course there, yet progress feels scattered. That's because energy without direction burns out fast. To truly accelerate, you need 3 elements working together: cash flow, connections, and confidence. Cash flow is your fuel. Without it, every plan runs out of oxygen. The key is to create streams of income that feed your growth instead of draining it. Start something small but consistent, something that forces you to exchange skill for reward. Maybe you manage social media for local businesses, flip furniture online, or sell a digital product that solves a real problem. The goal isn't perfection, it's movement. Then there are connections, the invisible bridges that shorten your journey. Studies show that nearly 80% of career and business opportunities come through personal networks, not formal applications. The people you surround yourself with quietly shape your trajectory. If everyone around you is comfortable standing still, you'll subconsciously match their pace. But if you spend time with those who are building, thinking, and experimenting, your standards rise automatically. And finally, confidence, the multiplier that makes every other step possible. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance, it means trusting your ability to learn fast. It's built by action, not affirmation. Every time you take a calculated risk, send a message that scares you, or pitch an idea you've been holding back, your self-belief compounds, just like interest. This stage isn't about speed for its own sake, it's about direction. You're not running anymore, you're driving, and you're finally in control of the wheel. Acceleration feels good, but expansion feels different. It's the moment when the energy you've been pouring into motion starts creating results that move on their own. You're no longer working just to earn. Your money, skills, and ideas begin to work for you. This is where true leverage starts to appear. Expansion begins when you stop chasing income and start building assets. Most people think they need to make more money to feel free. But freedom doesn't come from how much you earn. It comes from how much keeps working when you stop. An asset is anything that earns for you while you sleep. It might be a rental property, a portfolio of dividend stocks, a digital product, or even a skill that generates income on autopilot. The secret is that assets compound. They grow silently, like interest on your effort. But here's the catch. To expand, you need to understand what not to buy. Many people confuse status with success. They upgrade cars, gadgets, and lifestyles the moment their income rises, unknowingly trading long-term freedom for short-term validation. According to the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans earning over $100,000 per year still live paycheck to paycheck. Not because they lack income, but because they've inflated their lifestyle to match it. Expansion requires a new mindset, one that values ownership over appearance. Every dollar you invest should have a mission: to earn more, protect more, or free more of your time. This is also the stage where diversification becomes critical. You don't want one engine driving your entire vehicle. Spread your assets across different lanes: stocks, real estate, digital ventures, maybe even part ownership in someone else's business. Think of each investment as a small team working for you, day and night. But diversification isn't about scattering your attention. It's about building systems that sustain you, systems that make growth predictable instead of accidental. The irony is that expansion doesn't make life busier, it makes it lighter. Because for the first time, you're not trading your time for progress. You've built momentum that keeps moving, even when you pause. Mastery isn't the point where you have everything. It's when you finally stop needing everything. It's the calm that comes after the climb, when you look around and realize that the life you were chasing was never somewhere out there. It was being built quietly, every time you made the right choice instead of the easy one. You no longer crave constant motion or comparison. Instead, you find meaning in precision, refining, improving, and protecting what truly matters. Freedom at this stage isn't loud or dramatic. It's steady, a quiet rhythm that beats in sync with the life you've designed. When you reach mastery, money stops being the goal and becomes the tool. Your assets generate income whether you're working or not. You can take time off without guilt, make decisions without fear, and help others without feeling depleted. But true mastery doesn't end there. It's not just about personal gain. It's about creating something that outlives you. Look at people like Warren Buffett or Oprah Winfrey. They reached financial mastery long ago, yet they keep going. Why? Because once you secure your own freedom, the next instinct is to expand it outward. You start mentoring, teaching, building, or giving, not for recognition, but because contribution becomes the purest form of growth. At this stage, the challenge shifts from earning to preserving. You learn to manage your wealth like a garden, pruning what doesn't serve you, reinvesting in what grows. You understand that financial independence isn't just about cutting ties with a job, but cutting ties with the mindset of scarcity. You no longer make decisions out of fear. You make them out of vision. And maybe that's the real definition of success. Being able to design your days with intention. To wake up and choose what deserves your energy. To know that the person you've become is someone your younger self would admire. Because in the end, mastery isn't a finish line. It's the point where ambition finally meets peace. You've spent enough time waiting for the perfect moment. This is it. If this video sparked something in you, give it a like and share it with someone who needs that same spark. And if you're ready to keep building your mental wealth, subscribe. The next step starts here. Thank you for watching.